You're listening to Live and Local with Kevin Wall on AM 670 KMZQ. Talk radio done right.
A lot of the folks that are listening to this program right now are my senior friends, and I have senior friends who are facing retirement. I have a lot of friends who love retirement. I have others who really struggle with retirement. And for that, we're going to check in with Marla Letitia, a.k.a. Nanny Bubby, the founder of the Long Life Era community, and she joins us. Good morning, Marla. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning, and happy holidays. Thank you once again for having me as your guest each week. And I'm going to stop you right there. You do not have senior friends. You have friends who are living in their long life era.
Ah, there you go. There you go. I want to ask you, though. I want to ask you because I have friends that love retirement. They deal with the grandkids. They travel. They do all kinds of fun things you don't have time for before you retire. But I also know people that struggle with retirement. What separates the two groups?
Well, I think that there really are, and I love that you have called it two groups because it really is as simple as that. There are those that say, I can't wait to retire because what I want to do is nothing. What I want to do is sleep in every day, watch TV, have nothing that forces me to do what I don't want to do. And then you have others who jump out of bed and have purpose. And so here's the differential. If your purpose is to just hang out on your lazy boy and make your remote control your best friend, you are going to begin to slide into darkness. And the truth is having no purpose in your life, whether you're actively working or not working, actually shortens your life. And those that actually have purpose, live a better retirement. And I have often said when interviewed and talking about this, that before you retire, if you know in the next year you're going to be retiring, you need to sit down with self and make a plan for what you're going to do that will give you purpose. And in making that plan, at least, listen, the first month, who doesn't want to sleep in every day till 10? Who doesn't want to lay in bed and catch up on your favorite Netflix series, right? But after that first month or 6 weeks, when you start to slide, that is when you say, okay, enough of that. It really wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be. I need to live with purpose.
Okay, the Japanese have dealt with this. What is it that they call purpose in Japanese?
So it's called ikigai, and its perfect translation means a reason for being or life's purpose. And some Japanese simply say ikigai is their reason for getting out of bed in the morning. Now, I'm going to tell you that my grandfather, when he retired, he was in the casino business from the time he was 15 years old in Chicago and the speakeasies. And then when they shut them all down, he was forced to make a living somehow, and all he knew was gaming. So he moved out to Las Vegas in like 1949 or something. And when he retired from that, which is a conversation itself we might want to have, but that aside, when he retired, he said, I am going to play golf. I really want to play golf. But do you know what? He never could get himself to do it. He never could get himself to do it. And therefore, he really did fall into a deep valley of darkness, and his retirement was terrible for him. He blamed it on not having enough money. He blamed it on a lot of things. But at the end of the day, you need to find a reason for getting out of bed in the morning. It could be as simple as gardening. It could be as simple as walking your dog. It could be as simple as, your grandchildren. I mean, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. Cooking, if you've never cooked before, taking care of neighbors, and even entertaining is a great idea, or to get involved in a group that has a book club or something like that to start out. And you need to start out simple. Just think of what simply, maybe, gardening is it. And that's what you need to take care of. And find the smaller things and then move to the macro, which would be something like volunteering. Something like getting involved in your church or your synagogue. And I will say that in terms of purpose, and I go back to Mark Thomas on this, is Mark Thomas, when our weather and newsman, traffic guy here, he frequently had said that he had always wanted to play guitar in front of an audience, and he had never done that. And imagine that this is a guy who has spent a lifetime on radio, so his voice was in front of, hundreds of thousands every day. But the idea of playing his guitar, which he played every day anyway, in front of an audience overwhelmed him. And he promised himself in recent years, after he turned 50, that he was going to do that. And you know what? Now he's doing that. And he is fulfilling his purpose of bringing music to people and bringing enjoyment through music to an audience, which I think is a beautiful purpose.
I want to ask you, because I've always heard there are 10 golden rules to Ikigai, and this is only a 3-hour show. So I'm going to say, give me 2 or 3 golden rules when it comes to retirement and Ikigai.
I will, but can I just explain how Ikigai works just really quickly? Because I know it's not a 3-hour show, although I'd love for I'd love for it to be a 4-hour show. But
take it over.
Yeah. So, the way that you find out your own Ikigai is you make 4 circles. I rehearsed how I was going to say this because it's a visual, and we're doing this in audio. And you're going to put in the top circle what you love. And then you're going to put four circles in north, south, east, and west, basically. So what you love is to the north. What you are good at is to the west. What the world needs is to the east, and what you can be paid for is to the south. And you fill in those circles with yourself at, what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs, what you need to be paid for. And what you love and what you are good at, the intersection of those things is your passion, where those commonalities are. What you love and what the world needs becomes your mission when you compare the commonalities between those 2 circles. What you can be paid for and what the world needs is your vocation. And what you are good at and what you can be paid for is your profession. So the 4, let's do a quick few golden rules. We talked about this before. Don't fill your stomach. Leave space in your belly. Eat to 80% full. I mean, the less you eat, the happier you are. You just eat to the point of not being hungry, but never to the point of Thanksgiving full, which we all just experienced. Surround yourself with good friends and smile at everyone. Have gratitude. Reconnect with nature is one of the most important things, and also live in the moment, stop rushing. I mean, it's hard to enjoy life when you're rushing through it. Make sure you take time to stop, smell the roses occasionally, walk through the roses, don't fall through them like my husband recently did. And after all, beauty is often found in the small moments that add up to make a lifetime.
It sounds like, and you correct me if I'm wrong on this, that the long life mindset is a great idea and fits into this whole Ikigai purpose thing.
It does. And I must admit to you that I needed to bring it downstairs so I could read it, and I have not memorized it, so it is not here in front of me. But basically, to paraphrase the long life mindset, it is talking about the fact that you accept that living a long life is your own responsibility, and it is entirely possible. There is no limit to human life or to the age of human life. It is what we make it, and you are the artist and the scientist of your own life. Art being the mindset, science meaning taking care of how you exercise, what you eat, and how you navigate some ills that fall into your body that you need to manage properly in order to live 100 years or more. And that is basically the paraphrasing of the Long Life Mindset. And I invite everybody to go to longlifemindset.com, embrace the mindset, add your name in order to give all of us the power to stop the stereotyping of what people call seniors and embrace instead ageism going away. Instead of being anti-aging in America, we want to be pro-aging in America. And embracing the long life mindset gives 120,000 people the power to have a voice on everyone's behalf.
I got to ask you, because we were talking in preparing for this segment yesterday, you said I could ask you anything I wanted, and we were going to have fun. And the question I want to ask, you are busier today than you were 5 years ago. You're all over the place. Tell me when you want to slow down and stop and smell the roses and yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what? I literally smell the roses every day. I've created for myself a neighborhood of people. So they're the dog people in the neighborhood. None of us knew each other, but everybody had dogs. So we started walking in the neighborhood, and then you see them, and then you walk together, and then suddenly you become friendly. And through that has created a comfort zone for all of us to just know that we're there for each other. One of the women just had a hip replacement. Everybody took care of her. Everybody. Some of us walked her when she was able to walk again. Some of us brought her food. Some of us did different things. And I will tell you that I stop and smell the roses with my grandchildren. I mean, that is a big thing for me. Obviously, that is one of my biggest things. And then entertaining, cooking for others just brings me such great joy. And I really, honestly, for as long as I can stand in the kitchen, for as long as I can keep moving the way that I move now, why put an end game to it, right? Is it 110? Is it 120? There is no age limit to human life. There just isn't. It's only what we think. None of us want to suffer. We just want to live a lifespan and then drop dead, right? Like live all the way until the very day that we just drop down and say thank you to the world, and off we go. So that's my plan.
I like that. Marla, always.
How about you?
Me, I'm going to live to 100 and then some. And then some. I'm into the and then some deal. Hey, if folks want to reach out to you again, how do they do it?
Long Life Era Community. Join the group. We are almost 350 strong. Group only started 7 months ago. And definitely go to longlifemindset.com and embrace the mindset so we can rule out ageism in America and anti-aging and begin a pro-aging mindset in America.
Marla, have a good rest of your week, and we'll talk to you again next Wednesday.
Kevin, thank you so much for everything. Talk soon.
There you go. Marla Letitia, a.k.a. Nanny Bubby. She is all over the place on social media, and she is the founder of the Long Life Era Community. Really a good lady, and she said I could ask her anything, and I did. So I had fun. Hey, stay with us. More to do as we continue on AM 670 KMZQ.